Hey guys, so last night I had the opportunity to go to FRIDAYZ, R&B FRIDAYZ. Now, I'm gonna start off by talking about the things that I really didn't like about it. And then I'll finish off with talking about what I just thought absolutely killed. Now, I just want to give you some context before I go into last night's event. First, straight out of the gate, so this is not my first time going to R&B FRIDAYZ, but whatever year it was the year before Fat Man Scoop passed away, and I just want to give a minute to honor Fat Man Scoop and just recognize, the awesome music that he brought to the industry and the legacy that he left behind, because, you know, what an absolute legend. Rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop. Man, he left some bangers. So, the headline that year was Janet Jackson. And man, wow. She killed it. In fact, 50 Cent was there that year. What, like, it was probably, that I can remember, one of the best years in the lineup that they've ever had. Like, it was just out of the park, ridiculously epic on every level imaginable. Now, I remember Jason Derulo was there, but that lineup that year was just phenomenal. Like, it was absolutely phenomenal. One thing I want to say about this year's, before I get into the music aspect of it, I was really thinking about buying myself a, piece of merchandise, sort of to remember it by. And I saw a few people walking around with jerseys with 2025 FRIDAYZ on it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty, like, that's a pretty sick jersey. And I thought, throughout the concert, I saw a few people, wearing them, whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna check that out at the end of the night, because I'm very curious to see what it's gonna cost. And so finally finished the night with me and my friends, and one of my friends says, hey, do you want to go to the merchandise stand? It's just here. I'm like, oh yeah, sweet. And there was like no one there, like there was no line at all. So I went in there, I'm looking at the shirts, singlets and whatever, and jerseys, and I saw the one I want, and I don't know why I didn't see this on the people that were wearing them, but it was on there. It had like this pink lining on the side, so I don't know what that was about, but I was like, oh, that must be the jersey, whatever. It's kind of irrelevant. I was like, oh yeah, $110. $110 for a jersey. Man, what an absolute rip-off. What an absolute rip-off. Anyway, and that was the end of the night. Oh, so I just want to give you a bit of context as well, guys. We rocked up a little bit late, so we completely missed Jordin Sparks. So I have no idea in any way, shape or form whatsoever how she performed. No idea whatever. Jordin Sparks, we love you, you're amazing. Her set literally went for half an hour. She was the opening act of the whole entire thing, and there would have been literally next to no one there when she sang. We love you, Jordin Sparks, you're amazing, but we completely missed your set. So we have no idea how good you were at all. So we came in approximately halfway through Tinie Tempah's his set. Now, I'd never heard of him before, like at all. One of the dear friends that I went with last night, she told me about him and said, oh, he's like the second act. And we're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Never heard of him before. I went on YouTube and watched a couple of his videos, and I'm like, wow, he's actually got some good beats. Like, he's actually got some like really cool stuff. But not enough for us to be like, oh my gosh, we can't miss his set, because he's not even, he's not even a big name. In fact, he's kind of such a small name in the hip hop and R&B scene that it was kind of like, what's the point? Like, he was kind of like a fill-in, you know what I mean? Not that that's bad, but I'm just thinking about someone who should have been a fill-in that should have been like, right, he should have been first. Like, it was so bad. It was so bad. Wow, it was so bad. So he was okay. Like, he wasn't great. He was decent, whatever. You could kind of tell that Like, everyone was there. Everyone was there for Pitbull. Like, the people were dressed as Pitbull, you know, Mr. Worldwide, 305, like, it was crazy. And so, just giving you the heads up, the videos, I should have said this at the beginning. I'm sorry for letting this go so late into the video. I apologize for that. But from here on in, I'm going to drop to the sides of me. I'm going to drop the footage of what I filmed, and this just gives you a perspective of how far back I was. I was really, really far back. But this gives you a perspective of how far back I was. I 3 seconds worth of audio, and I'll just let the rest of the video run. But this is how far back I was, and yeah, just to give you a bit of context. Again, sorry that I've left it so late in the video. I should have said that at the beginning. So Eve was after she was next, and she's old school now. You know what I mean? She's not classic. She's old school. Like, she's got some old school stuff, and the stuff that she was playing was it was pretty cool. Like, she was getting the crowd pumping, and they only needed little bits of songs. Like, we didn't need full songs. However, the stuff that she played was really, really cool, and everyone was getting into it. Everyone was having a good time, and the stuff that she had was like, yeah, this is what we, yeah, this is cool. And so that was awesome. That was a lot of fun. Now, this is where the part of the night / concert that they really needed to switch. They really badly needed to switch it. Lil Jon was next, okay? Lil Jon was next. And after Lil Jon was Wiz Khalifa. Now, they should have switched that. Like really badly. Like, really badly. Lil Jon, Wiz Khalifa should have gone, and then Lil Jon, and then Mr. 305 Worldwide, Pitbull, and then Mariah. Now, the reason why I say that is because Eve did her thing, and Lil Jon did his thing, and Lil Jon killed it. But I don't want to talk about him first. I want to talk about Wiz Khalifa, and then I'll go back to Lil Jon. So obviously Lil Jon was before Pitbull, but after, Wiz Khalifa was before Pitbull, but after Lil Jon. And I want to talk about, as I said, I want to talk about the bad before I talk about the good. Wiz Khalifa's set was so bad. Oh my gosh. It was, his set was so bad. His set was so bad. No one was into it. No one was bopping along. No one was dancing. And I'm talking about his whole set. His whole set. His whole set was so bad that he ended up playing a Dr. Dre song from start to finish. Yep, you heard me right. A Dr. Dre song from start to finish. And he was just standing there. I'm not exaggerating. That's no exaggeration. That's literally what he was doing. He was literally just smiling the whole, like, this just cheesy, pathetic, like, yeah, man, I'm getting paid for this. I'm rich and you're not. Not even kidding you. I'm not over exaggerating that in any way, shape, or form. At all. It was that bad. Like, people we were looking around us at, just feel on the vibe of what, how people were, taking this in or whatever. And just looking around at, people talking or whatever. And the amount of people that were just they weren't even paying attention. They weren't even listening. They were just literally just talking amongst themselves. Like, he was that bad. Like, he was that bad. Oh man, it was that bad. So again, Tinie Tempah, whatever, however you pronounce that name. Again, he was average. Like, no one couldn't. Like, he was just like, he was kind of like a fill-in. Do you know what I mean? And then again, I want to talk about the bad stuff, and then I'll talk about the good stuff. So Wiz Khalifa was the worst of the worst of the worst. Now, to end his set, and I literally cannot believe that he played this song. Because it was like the biggest buzzkill song that you could possibly play in a set of this. Just like, what is going on right now? Like, it was so bad. He played just by saying this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He played the Paul Walker song from start to finish. And it was like, dude, that's a very, very, very depressing song. And you're at R&B Fridays. This is a concert. Like, this is like hype mode. Like, you're playing songs to get the crowd pumping. Like, and you're playing, you know, it's been a long day. What? I was flabbergasted that he played that song. Again, I'm talking about the bad stuff and then I'll talk about the good stuff. Now I want to talk about Mariah Carey. Dude. Okay, the good part about Mariah Carey is she has pipes. Everyone knows she can sing, which is why she's so ridiculously wealthy, unbelievably crazy famous, because she's got a set of pipes. Now, we left after she did all of her popular songs, and as we were walking out, she played one more by, I forget what that, the one that she sings with Jermaine Dupri, that one. That was her last song that we heard her sing, and then we were too far away and we couldn't hear the concert anymore. But she just came out. She didn't dance to any degree. No dancing. All of her backup dancers did all the dancing. She stood there like, oh my God, I'm so hot. Like, I'm so hot. I'm just amazing. I'm so hot. I'm like the biggest diva on the planet. She did no dancing whatsoever. She didn't even move. She just literally walked. And she was just so like this, like a Barbie doll. It was just like, are you kidding? Like, are you kidding me? It was so bad. It was so bad. And so she, at one point, she was like, okay, I need my people. I need my people. Come and, and these dudes came out, and one guy, like, you know, did her hair, and another guy like brushed her. The reason why is because she put a little tiny bit of Vegemite in her mouth. That's why she needed to be touched up. Halfway through her set, some dude came up to her with this thing, I don't know what it was, in his hand, and said, here, sign this. Okay, I'll sign an autograph while I'm singing this amazing song. Like, it was just so like, yeah, that just happened. Like, it was crazy. Whatever. So that happened. Again, so many people left. Like, so many people left. Like, unbelievable amount of people left for Mariah Carey. Like hundreds of people leaving. Like, even actually before Pitbull, like straight after Pitbull set, like 90%, like so many, like the crowd just like fizzled out. It was crazy. So they're the bad stuff. Wiz Khalifa was just abomination in the whole set. Like, he was the worst. Mariah Carey, again, played her hits, and that's all she had. And she's got a song, and I know that it's a song that is connected to like a movie, but I can't remember which one. I think it's an animated movie. I can't remember which one though. But she played that, and it was like a really nice song. And again, it was like, what are you doing? This is R&B Fridays. Like, it just, the whole concept has just been thrown out the window, like, completely. Anyway, so that's all the bad stuff. So now to talk about the good stuff, and I want to talk about I want to talk about my favorite of all of them so far. And something I want to, again, I'm talking about the bad stuff now, go into the good stuff. The bad part about Lil Jon's set, is his set was like Lil Jon, his music and everything he has, his career is just so, like, it's kind of funny because most of Lil Jon's stuff is featurettes, like most of his stuff. So it was just crazy, like listening to some of the songs that he actually has, like Turned Down for What, and a couple other stuff that he has, and it was just like, man, like that dude really knows how to party. Like he's like just the ultimate hype man. Now I want to just talk about real quickly something that was really bad about his set. He finished his song again, I don't know what it was, but he finished a track and the bouncer's security, the stagehand came up to him and said, yeah, you finished? Like, and he didn't even get a chance to thank anyone. They just went, yeah, you finished. I looked at my watch and he actually had another song to go. He had 5 minutes to go. And then Wiz Khalifa was after him. And for whatever reason, they were like, yeah, you're done. And it was just like such a punch in the face to him as an artist and whatever you want to say. But it was just like, yeah, they just went, yeah, you're finished, sweet. All right, see you later. And that was it. And then they got the stage ready for Wiz Khalifa, and I don't even know what that was. He had something on the side of his stage. I couldn't see because it was too far away. But he had something on the side of his stage, and it was just like, it was so bad. Like, it was just so boring. Anyway. And so, to sort of apologize to Lil Jon, they brought him out just before, literally just before Pitbull, and to honor Fat Man Scoop. And it was crazy, guys. Like, it was crazy. And so he's doing a set, like literally like maybe a 4-minute set. And I couldn't tell where he was on stage. Like, I really couldn't tell. And then all of a sudden I looked up and I saw the light beam facing like this little section where people were sitting like 100 meters in front of us. And that's where he was. He was standing, he was dancing and performing on that. And that was pretty epic. That was pretty cool. And yeah, as I said, Lil Jon, he started the set. He was banging. It was smashing. He did all his awesome stuff. He even did his piece that he did for in Usher. It was crazy. It was so good. And obviously Pitbull, he did his set, and that was nuts. Oh man, he just got the crowd absolutely going. It was crazy. It was wild. Oh man, seriously. 305 Pitbull and Lil Jon was the only good thing about this 2025 Fridays. And I kid you not in any way, shape or form. I know most of my video has been talking about the bad stuff, and there's a reason for that. Because it was that bad. It really was that bad. It was one of the worst. This is my second one I've only been to. Janet Jackson, 50 Cent, like what a lineup. However, the other thing about that as well is it was during the day, whereas this was a nighttime thing. And so being a nighttime, concert, kind of the vibe was better because it wasn't hot and, people weren't cooking because it was just steaming hot. And having it in the late in the afternoon to the nighttime was so much better. Like, it just worked a lot better, which I hope that next year's, or whenever they do it, whatever the lineup is, whatever, I hope that that's what they do from now on in. But yeah, guys, I kid you not in any way, shape or form. It was a really mammoth letdown. And I mean a really mammoth letdown. It was so bad. It was so shocking. Oh man, wow. Like, yeah. It bugs me to no end that people like Wiz Khalifa are as wealthy as he is with just the lack of talent that he has. And I apologize for people who love Wiz Khalifa, but I don't. And I think he's just like, what? Like, what? He just has no hits whatsoever. Like, his hits aren't even his hits. Like, he's attached to other people, and it's just, yeah. Oh man, it was so bad. And Mariah Carey, as amazing as an artist and a singer she was, again, her whole thing was just so just, she just done her hits, and then she was just standing there. She just stood there the entire time. Like, no character, no personality. Like, oh man, it was crazy. It was crazy. So that's my video, guys, for FRIDAYZ 2025. Wow. Crazy wow. And apparently they were doing an after party, and you knew without knowing that none of those artists were going to be at the after party. Like, it was just not, yeah, they were not going to be there. Oh man, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. So that is my video of how bad FRIDAYZ was 2025. It was absolutely woeful. I hope you enjoyed the little videos that I mean, not that it was anything like you could tell in the videos. I was so far back. It didn't really matter though. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, for what it was what it was. And that's my video, guys. Again, as you could see, most of my video was talking about the bad stuff because it was that bad. Like, it really was that bad. Lil Jon was awesome though. I really enjoyed his set. I really enjoyed his set. The thing, I know this is random, but everyone who knows me knows me. I have a passion for fashion. Like right now, I love matching. I love matching. And my shirt, my whatever you call this tank top, matches my pants. And I actually have matching shoes as well, sort of matching shoes. But the thing about Lil Jon that I really I thought was just so awesome is he was wearing something that I thought was really cool, and so many people wear these days, is when they wear shorts and like a hoodie or what they call a sweater, and we call them a jumper in Australia. And that's what Lil Jon was wearing. And then he was actually wearing a singlet under that. And so, like, at the end of his set, he took his jumper off and he was just wearing his singlet. That was really cool. That was awesome. Like, his just style, everything about it was just like, yeah, man, that's awesome. Which is kind of funny. I don't know whether he's got veneers. I don't know what they're called. I can't remember what they're called. But Lil Jon has obviously had work done to his teeth, like, clearly. And his teeth were like so white, I could see. His teeth were like beaming like through the video. It was hilarious. His teeth were so white, like it was so crazy white. But I mean, good on him. He's had such a successful career, like such a successful career. He's got in impeccable shape. Like, he's literally fit as a fiddle now, and like, it's just amazing. It was just awesome, man. Just salute you, Lil Jon. You just did an amazing job. I was so unbelievably impressed with your set. I loved every moment of it. It was so amazing, and you encouraged me to. I wish I wore shorts and a hoodie now, because it was just awesome to the set. But yeah, this is what I wore, by the way. Yeah, that was my outfit. I was really happy with that. A couple of my friends kept saying to me, "Oh man, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't take your jacket off." And I was just like, I was so comfortable the entire night. I just wore underneath that. The jacket is a singlet, and I was like, I wasn't cold at all. Like, I wasn't cold, but I wasn't not. Like, I was comfortable wearing my jacket the entire time. But it had like holes in it all throughout it, so it was like breathable. So like I wasn't hot. Like, I was warm, but I wasn't warm enough to take off my jacket, and so I kept it on, and I'm glad I did, because yeah, I was really comfortable the whole night. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching my thoughts on FRIDAYZ 2025. I'm sure that there's going to be a ton of other videos that surface, on the web that talk about it, and online and social media and all that sort of stuff, and I'm sure there will be. But that's my thoughts and my experience for FRIDAYZ 2025. And again, the reason why I'm calling it FRIDAYZ 2025 is because it's not called R&B FRIDAYZ anymore, which is what it used to be called. It's just called FRIDAYZ now. So I don't know why that's a thing. And I'm guessing, because a lot of the times they didn't just play R&B music. Like for example, at one point, Yo Mafia, which is the FRIDAYZ DJ, she was literally playing Kylie Minogue. She played a Kylie Minogue song. And I was like, how is that R&B Friday? How is that R&B? It's Kylie Minogue. She has nothing. You get it. You get the point, guys. It was ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Leave your comments in the comment section below if you yourself went to R&B Fridays, if you were there. And let me know what you think about it. Let me know your thoughts about it. I'm interested to hear your feedback. If you thought it was as terrible as what I thought it was bad. It was bad. You guys have been amazing. I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for sticking around. Wow. Until my next video, whatever that may be, you guys have been amazing. Appreciate your time. Until my next video, take care. See you guys.